Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central. CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And we got another re-signing here for the Calgary Stampeders as Godfrey Onyeka re-signs with the Stampeders. So Calgary re-signing a national talent, another defensive back. We talked kind of in our Moncrief video about Calgary having a lot of DBs and whatnot, but he's going to be sticking around. He had a pretty decent year last year. So we're talking about a guy who, he got 24 defensive tackles, 17 tackles on special teams as well. So this guy also had a bit of a decent role in the special teams. He got 2 interceptions. So it was kind of a career year for him last year. He had started his career in Edmonton, played there in 2018 as well as 2019, then was with Saskatchewan from 2021 through 2024. And then with last year, his 2 interceptions he got were the first 2 of his entire career in the CFL. And then his numbers in terms of defensive tackles was the best he had. The only thing is in 2021, he also had 24 defensive tackles in only half as many games. But again, he had a bit more of an expanded role on special teams last year, as well as, again, the 2 interceptions, of course. So this makes sense, as you got to have some decent national talent, you know what I mean? Obviously, the Canadian ratio is always a factor. It's always something you have to be conscious of. And he's 31 years old, so he's kind of relatively middle-aged. But it's kind of interesting because he's a talent. He was born in Nigeria, but he's classified as a national because he had went and played college for Wilfrid Laurier for the Golden Hawks. And so I guess I kind of want to know your thoughts. Rick, what do you think about this move, especially in context of the rest of their DBs? Because we were talking about that before.
Yeah, so he plays backup left halfback. So that's the left side of the safety.
Mm. So where do you, I'll put it this way, do you see him potentially getting a starting position? Do you look at this as just kind of a reliable backup signing?
Let me see here for a second because I'm actually curious. So the guy that he was backing up is back next year in Robinson. The one that was to the left of them, Anthony Johnson, he's back. Devontae Scott, he's a free agent, so that's their starting safety. Breeze, I think Breeze is back, so that's their backup safety. Grant, who was Jadon Grant, who is their right side halfback, he's back. And then Adrian Green, he is back next year. And the other Robinson that's back up to Green. So the only ones that's missing is Divine Scott, who was their starting safety.
I see. So, just because, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly find his stats on Wilfrid Laurier. I'm curious. Because I think it's sometimes interesting, especially if you got talent coming through U Sports, kind of his whoa, okay. So he done very well. He has a lot of league awards. I'm just going to kind of go through them all, just kind of from his starting time there as a rookie to his time as a senior, as he had, in terms of the Wilfrid Laurier Awards, he had gotten the Glenn Carroll Team of the Year Award in 2016 to 2017. In terms of league awards, kind of his, kind of some of his personal accolades, he was a 2014 OUA Men's Football All-Rookie, 2015 CIS Men's Football First Team All-Canadian. He was a 2015 OUA Men's Football First Team All-Star. He was a 2016 CIS Men's Football First Team All-Canadian, a 2016 OUA Men's Football First Team All-Star, a 2017 OUA Men's Football First Team All-Star, a 2017 U Sports Men's Football First Team All-Canadian, and in 2017 he was also a OUA Men's Football Second Team All-Star. So he did pretty well with his time with Wilfrid Laurier, including, if we look at his interception stats, he had gotten 2 in his rookie year, 1 in his sophomore year, 5 in his junior year, and 2 in his senior year, with one of his 5 in his junior year being his only pick 6 in the league. He had done pretty decent, actually getting some tackles for loss, which you don't always see from a defensive back. But he generally had done pretty well from his time there. And so it's kind of interesting to see, especially when you got guys like international players who don't necessarily come through the global draft, but develop well through the U Sports system and find a career in the CFL through that. So it's just kind of I'm actually glad I took a look through that. It's kind of an interesting story for him. And with that, though, signs 1-year deal in Calgary. He'll be sticking around. Is there anything else you wanted to say about that, Rick? Anything else you got? Or
No, sir.
all right, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord. We discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff, so make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. And before we get going, Rick, you got something to share regarding free agency?
Yeah, so on February 10th, we're going to be doing again, me, not Carter, is going to be doing a live stream over on Hamilton Sports Central, doing a nice 10 to 12 hour live stream. We have some guests coming on to break down their free agent team, how they've done across the league, and we'll see what kind of rumors we have out there, breaking news signings. Who knows, you might see me get a jersey on screen.
Fair enough. And how they're going to know that? They're going to have to check it out, isn't that right, Rick?
They're going to have to check it out and see who I'm going to get, depending on which free agents we sign.
Let's make sure you guys do that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.